Oyo ninyango sila rate Utu mobima na lalite Nazo koka kote li mate Nabaye Oyo ninyango sila rate Utu mobima na lalite Nazo koka kote li mate Nabaye Yawe pesanga makasi ya kolonga Yawe pesanga makasi ya malonga Otika ngate na maboko ya monguna Otika ngate na maboko ya corona Nazoganga memongongo za kobima teli kamba kokama na milipema Nazoganga memongongo za kobima teli kamba kokama na lelima.
Bonsoir, what's up guys, bonjour la famille, I'm your host Cléa and welcome back to my show, The Cléa Show. L'épisode on avance lentement mais sûrement, always fresh, always clean, always professional as you can see. The Cléa Show, une plateforme où j'invite les professionnels, les activistes, des personnes comme toi et moi qui viennent partager leur expertise, leurs témoignages dans un but commun de fortifier la communauté, d'aider la communauté, d'enrichir la communauté, d'amener des nouvelles connaissances à la communauté. Et je veux commencer par remercier my number one supporter, ceux qui regardent chaque épisode directement quand l'épisode est en ligne, ceux qui nous suivent en même temps en live, because again, this is a live show. Donc, je tiens encore une fois à remercier à ceux qui me supportent et ceux qui me suivent. C'est très apprécié. Et je suis très contente, excitée aujourd'hui. I feel really confident about this episode. Je sens vraiment qu'on aura de bonnes choses à partager et qu'on va avoir une bonne conversation. Aujourd'hui, je reçois un coach, un financial coach, un ami de la famille. You know, I always try to bring my people first. Et puis, je le laisse la parole directement. Clark Cadet, présente-toi aux auditeurs.
Salut tout le monde. Hello everybody. I'll do most of my part in English because English is my primary language. Ben, on est bilingue là. On est plus confortable en anglais. So, my name is Clark. I'm a financial coach. Very happy to be here with Cléa's family. I really wanted to bring you guys an opportunity today to discuss some of the things that's going on in our community. Like I said, I'm someone from the community and I work for the community. So it's really important for everyone to understand that. You have a black man coming to bring you credit points, coming to bring you opportunities to understand about your savings, how to get rid of your debts, how to do things that's going to advance your life. And thank you, Cléa, for bringing me on and giving me the opportunity to talk.
You're very welcome. Une chose qui est sûre, c'est que la plupart du temps, mes invités, effectivement, c'est moi qui va leur demander. Des fois, c'est moi qui va demander est-ce que ça tenterait de venir sur ma plateforme. Et des fois, c'est les autres personnes qui viennent me reach to ask me, can I bring some insight in your platform? Et ça, c'est la chose que je préfère le plus parce que ça me prouve qu'effectivement, il y a des gens qui me supportent et qui suivent et qui comprennent la vision de mon show et qui supportent la vision de mon show. Et puis, dans le fond, on a tous le même but, c'est d'apporter des insights à la communauté pour qu'on puisse avancer tous ensemble. Moi, je crois vraiment à la manière de penser que si moi je réussis, il faut que mon frère réussisse, il faut que ma soeur réussisse. Et in order for us to all succeed, we have to help each other. Donc, ça fait vraiment plaisir de te voir sur le plateau aujourd'hui. Donc, on va commencer directement. You can start by telling us what is your professional background and your educational background. Je trouve toujours que c'est important que mes invités nous parlent un petit peu de comment ils sont arrivés là où ils sont présentement, justement parce que je tiens justement à cibler beaucoup les jeunes. Comme je dis, maintenant je suis maman.
Getting credit cards, spending money, not paying it back properly, learning, dealing with all those things. And over the time, what I realized is my experiences from making late payments, getting collections, not understanding how to pay that back, and not understanding what the effects were, gave me the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm going to write down every step that I go through. And as I wrote everything down, I said, okay, let me call the bank back and find out what's going on. So that kind of led me into my journey. Now, professionally, I've been as a continuous improvement consultant for a little bit over 12 years.
Okay.
What that basically means is I've worked in marketing, sales, retention, So I've worked for all the major corporations in Canada. So basically, I was with TELUS, I was with Bell Mobility. I did a lot of work with customer service and retention.
Okay.
So that taught me a lot about how to communicate with people. It also taught me to look at how people spend their money.
Yeah.
So seeing how people don't pay their bills on time and seeing the effects of that in the long term gave me the experience to say, you know what? When I'm at the barbershop or the basketball court, no one's ever talking about this. No one never ever told me when I was 20 something, hey, be careful to pay your cell phone on time, because that's going to affect you later on. It's not cool.
Yeah.
So my mission now, and I've made it my life mission, is I want to make it be cool to have good credit.
Okay.
Having good credit is the new Jordans.
Okay.
Having good credit is that new car. So having a good credit, I want it to be that barbershop conversation. So platforms like this help me utilize and bring that information out. And through my website and through the different webinars that I do, I'm not only teaching older adults, but I'm actually going after the 18-year-olds who are getting those first credit cards.
Yeah.
And I want to give them the steps needed to move forward.
Good. Dans tout ce que tu viens d'expliquer, j'ai compris que tu as eu, en fait, ça, à partir de toute l'expérience que tu as acquérie dans le marché du travail, que tu es arrivé là où tu es présentement. Donc, si je comprends bien, tu n'as pas fait d'études spécifiques qui a fait en sorte que tu te retournes dans le marché financier, parce qu'on est dans le marché financier.
Oui et non, mais ça n'existe pas des études. So, moi,
Ouais.
je n'ai pas fait des études parce
Ouais.
que ça n'existe vraiment pas. Il n'y a pas d'études, il n'y a pas d'école qui va te montrer comment payer tes factures à temps.
Yeah.
Il n'y a personne qui va te montrer ça. So, moi, je veux vraiment m'assurer que je donne attention à les parents pour dire, hey, votre enfant qui va à l'université bientôt, vous assurez qu'avant qu'on les apprenne comment cuisiner, faire leur lit, les choses comme ça, ben, en même temps, on va leur montrer comment payer leur carte de crédit, comment contrôler leurs finances,
Yeah.
comment payer les factures.
Yeah.
Quand ta paye rentre, tu n'es pas supposé dépenser toute ta paye et puis tu manges des nouilles pour les prochaines 2 semaines jusqu'à la temps que ta paye arrive.
Yeah.
Encore, c'est pas normal. Ben, parce que personne nous a montré ça depuis qu'on était jeunes. On fait ce qu'on a à faire.
Yeah.
Moi, je n'ai pas eu l'expérience quand j'étais dans mes vingtaines d'avoir quelqu'un qui était mentor pour m'aider. So maintenant, moi, je veux être le mentor.
OK.
So, je vais prendre les étapes personnellement de ma part. Je prends mon temps pour dire que moi, je crée une plateforme où ce que je peux parler avec les parents, leur aider, et en même temps, les autres qui vont apprendre, ils vont montrer leurs enfants
Ouais.
qu'est-ce qu'ils ont besoin de faire pour améliorer leurs choses.
Good point. Tu viens d'expliquer qu'il n'y a pas d'école, il n'y a pas de programme pour expliquer comment gérer notre carte de crédit, notre crédit ou notre argent. C'est une conversation qui roule beaucoup sur les réseaux, pas juste sur les réseaux, à l'école, dans la famille, que l'école devrait introduire financial management. I guess we can call that like this.
Ouais.
L'école devrait introduire que ce soit à partir du secondaire, parce que justement, c'est à 18 ans qu'on commence à donner les cartes de crédit. Donc pour moi, mon avis, ce serait qu'effectivement, de commencer l'éducation des finances à partir du secondaire. Donc moi, ma question c'est, what do you feel about this? Do you think that schools should put like this kind of information or this kind of classes to a teenager before they turn 18?
Absolutely. I've actually advocated for it. I've tried to reach out to certain schools in Montreal and throughout all of Quebec to initialize a program. The response wasn't great. And what I personally think is, it's bad business.
Yeah.
These banks are in the business of keeping you in debt.
True.
So if young kids at 18 years old know that, hey, I can take a credit card, but I know how to pay it back.
Yeah.
If you don't have debts, you don't have interest. If you don't have interest, the bank has no interest in
Yeah.
you.
True.
So what I want to do is show them, and what I do in my programs, because there's different tiers, is take the credit card, but I'm going to show you how to use it to your advantage.
Okay.
You can use a credit card, and people don't know this, that you can gain points and rewards from a credit card that pay the credit card itself.
Okay.
So you don't even have to spend money out of your pocket sometimes, and you make purchases throughout the month, and the reward can pay your card. When I tell people that, they're like, how? Let me show you. And once I show them, they say, oh, I didn't know. So all these years I've been doing it wrong. School never taught me this.
Yeah.
My parents didn't teach us this. I come from an immigrant background, obviously, and my mother didn't know.
Didn't know. Yeah.
So how is she going to teach me? So that's what put me in a position to say, you know what, I want to be that person. I want to be the guy that I can talk to your parents, or I can talk to you directly, and I can say, look, let's take a look at your finances together. Let's look at your bills. Let's look at your income. Okay, you're spending here on this, and you're paying the minimum here. Look how much it costs you at the end of the month. This is how you read your statement. This is how you read your credit score. People don't even know where to get their credit score.
Yeah, true, that's true. Étant donné qu'on est déjà dans la conversation, I'm gonna jump right away to one of my questions that was at the end, mais je trouve que c'est bien que je la pose maintenant, étant donné qu'on est déjà dans la conversation. So according to Dave Ramsey, an American personal finance personality, credit cards are worthless because no millionaire built their wealth from them. And the way you talk, from what I understand, is like you saying, we do need credit card. So is it how you feel? And if it's how you feel, why do we need credit card? Why is a good reason to have credit card?
Absolutely. With all due respect to Mr. Ramsey, different opinions from a different culture, from a different community. We don't have money that's handed down to us. We don't have the opportunities to make the mistakes and recover from them. You absolutely do need credit.
Yeah.
And I'll explain to you a very simple way to look at it. I was talking with my boys about it right before the show, actually. These young athletes that get these brand new contracts are NBA, multi-million dollars. The first thing they want to go do is get a nice car, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're from the hood, if you're from the suburbs, a little different. But if you're from the hood, you want to show that you really have money, right?
Yeah.
So I bought this car. I paid for it cash. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's great. So if I'm the young kid in the hood and I see this guy come up, I'm like, you know what, when I come up, I'm going to buy me a nice car so I can show everyone here. But that same person, if he wants to get rid of that car in a year or two because he's tired of it, the depreciation, the amount of money he's spending and losing, because of that, he's never going to show you and talk to you about it. In reality, the rich utilize their credit to make money. No rich person, not even a wealthy person, because there's a difference in rich and wealthy, wealthy people do not spend their cash. They utilize their credit to make them cash. Cash gets put away, credit gets rotated to make them more money. Look it up, you'll see, it's definitely there.
Okay. Alors explique-nous les trois étapes, because you basically help people to to use the credit properly. So so I guess that you receive a lot of your customers that you probably receive, they come with bad credit, and I guess you're here to help them. So j'aimerais bien savoir quelles sont les trois étapes pour améliorer son crédit. Quelles sont les trois étapes pour commencer dans la démarche d'améliorer son crédit?
Très bonne question. So just to clarify first, I deal with people that not only have bad credit, I deal with people who have no credit, they haven't established it yet.
Okay.
And I also deal with people who want to start a business and don't know how to incorporate and build business credit. So there are two different things, but they all fall in the same of how we look at it. So 3 steps. First step is get informed. Get your credit check. You can get it through Equifax. You can get it through TransUnion. If you don't want to go directly through them, go through Borrowwell, go through Credit Karma. They're free applications. They cost you nothing. You request for your report. It gets sent to your home. You're going to see all the details. Everything you've ever owed is there. What you've paid, what you haven't paid, what was late, all the details there. So first thing is get your credit report. Second thing you want to do is reduce your debts. If you owe credit cards and you have high balances and you've been making minimum payments, you're doing yourself the worst thing you could do. Pay those debts down. Prioritize getting your debts down to 0. Once your debts are down to 0, then you can start building your savings, because the interest that you would be paying, you can put in your own pocket. On that, the statement I want to make for you is a challenge. Go look at your credit card statement and look how much goes to your interest of your last payment and how much goes to the principal. You'll be surprised. And the last step, the most important, so we talked about credit report, we talked about reducing your debts. I would say the third step would be get in touch with a mentor. Talk to someone. It's very easy for us to say, oh yeah, I got it, everything is good. Well, if you're not applying for credit, you're never going to know that your credit's bad. They're going to continue to take money from your interest, so reach out to someone. Come to my website, you can enroll there, we can do a consultation call. If you don't want to do that, no problem. Just go on the internet and inform yourself on how does interest work. Do those type of things.
Okay, very good insight. So what is the biggest misconception people have about money, according to you?
Whew. And I'm guilty of it. I've been there. People think that money is everything.
Yeah.
Money is power.
Yeah.
Money is powerful, it is.
Yeah.
But credit is king. Don't let anybody fool you. I can prove it to you. And I'll give my own examples to anybody who wants to come and sit and talk. I'll show you the numbers. You can have all the cash you want, but if your credit is no good, you're very limited.
Yeah.
So money is good, but credit is king.
Okay. That's very important to know that that's the thing. You can have all the money, but if your credit is not good, tu peux pas vraiment aller quelque part dans le pays, dans les pays où nous on vit. En fait, c'est comme ça que ça fonctionne.
Exactement, exactement. Je peux vous donner un exemple très rapidement. I wanted to start something with a couple of friends of mine. We wanted to get a big building. We went to the bank. These friends of mine, with all due respect to them, drive very nice cars, have very nice clothes. They go to the nicest restaurants, nicest clubs. From outside, it looks like they have everything right. You get to the bank, they run the credits. 4 out of the 6 people don't qualify because they have bad credit. 5 out of the 6 people didn't even know that they had debts that they forgot about. And the 1 out of the 6 that happened to be me was the one person saying, whoa, so nobody knew? We've been talking and hanging out all this time, and we never had a conversation about credit. So I'm responsible as well. So I said, I want to change that. I want to make it cool, like I said, to have those conversations. Oh, like, talk to me. How's your credit looking, man? Did you ever pay off that credit card? Oh, yeah, yo, focus on that, bro. Oh, yo, I'm about to go buy these new Jordans. Yo, before you buy those Jordans, pay off that card. Because the interest that you're paying on the amount you owed, in 5 months, you'll have paid the Jordans. Oh, I didn't know that. So educating and giving people the knowledge that they need is extremely important. And I think platforms like this and situations like this are going to make people really want to open their eyes to that.
Okay. So, would you say that, I'm not going to say would you say, explique spécifiquement what's credit are. Est-ce que credit is like a way to show the banks that you can trust me? Like, avec tes mots, est-ce que tu peux nous expliquer exactement qu'est-ce que ça veut dire le crédit et qu'est-ce que, ouais, en fait, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire le crédit?
Absolument. So, le crédit, la manière de l'expliquer qui est le plus simple, c'est que si moi je te donne $500 et je te dis, le 1er juin, remets-moi mon $500. Et si tu me le remets le 1er juin, le 2 juin, je te redonne un autre $500. Tu es comme, OK, pas de problème. Maintenant, tu prends le $500, tu le dépenses. Maintenant, une semaine avant, tu es comme, ah, ben, il faut que je remette cet argent la semaine prochaine. Ah, ben, Clark, c'est mon boy. Je vais lui parler, il va m'extensionner. Tu m'appelles, hey, je ne vais pas avoir ton argent, il y a eu des quoi que ce soit. Ah, ouais, qu'est-ce qui s'est arrivé? Ah, ben, tu sais, j'avais des choses à payer. Il n'y a pas de problème, c'est beau. C'est quand tu vas me payer. Je vais te payer le 15 juin. Tu me payes le 15 juin. Maintenant, juillet arrive, tu me redemandes encore pour de l'argent. Non, je ne peux pas te donner. Ben, arrête, pourquoi? Je t'ai payé. Tu m'as payé en retard. Oui, ben, j'avais eu des imprévus. OK, ben maintenant que tu as pris le choix de prioriser les autres choses qui n'étaient pas le crédit que tu avais pris, maintenant tu as perdu cette opportunité. So what does that mean? How is that big important? When you buy a house, you need about 5% if you're on the right end for your down payment, right? If you go to the bank and you're like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you 20%. I'm going to put 20% down for this house, but I don't have good credit. They're not going to say, okay. You can say, okay, I'm going to put 50%. They're not going to say, okay. 80%. You can pay 80% of the cost of the house cash. And if you don't have good credit, they will not give you the home because of that little 20% is equivalent to your credit. So people need to understand that credit, from the day you turn 18, you need to manage your cell phone, manage your credit cards, and make sure that you stay on top of it.
Est-ce que tu penses vraiment qu'un jeune de 18 ans à qui on donne une carte de crédit de $5,000, même si qu'on lui explique comment utiliser le crédit, est-ce que tu penses que c'est vraiment nécessaire? Et aussi, est-ce que tu penses que ces jeunes-là sont assez matures? Parce que moi, je pense que oui, on peut expliquer, mais j'ai l'impression que le concept de donner directement une carte de crédit avec un gros taux, même un taux de $300, peut-être c'est à risque pour certains jeunes. C'est sûr qu'il y a des gens qui sont un petit peu plus matures, mais en général, on voit que à cet âge-là, si tu ne connais pas réellement tout le concept de l'argent, c'est difficile. Donc, dans le fond, ma question principale, c'est est-ce que tu penses que c'est vraiment nécessaire de donner une carte de crédit à un enfant, un jeune adulte qui vient de commencer la vie? Parce qu'à 18 ans, tu es adulte, tu viens de commencer la vie. Est-ce que c'est vraiment nécessaire?
Oui, ben c'est pas nécessaire de donner des gros montants. So what's necessary, excuse me, what's necessary is to make sure that they understand the value of it. So how do we do that? But I mean, bring them to show them my house. Show them someone's home and say, hey, you can have this. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to get this house. So if you're 18 and I tell you all you have to do is pay this credit card on time, that's your only job. And in 5 years, when you're ready, you're finished university and you've got your career, you can immediately get the house of your dream. Is it worth it for you?
Yeah, of course.
But if no one around you, none of the adults you see have those same goals and they're not talking to you, you don't know.
Yeah.
So it comes with an education. So what I would suggest is, a child is 18, they haven't gotten their first credit card yet, and they got a little job, make them take $250 out of their pocket and get a prepaid credit card.
Yeah.
They put their money on it, and they use that amount. When that amount is not there, they've got to keep paying and putting money on. What that does is teaches them the responsibility. Instead of them getting to 2021, they have a decent job and they receive 3,000. Oh, like we're going to go shopping, we're going to do everything else. So this is why I say the focus has to be on teaching right from the beginning, and it starts with educating the parents so that it trickles down.
Yeah. I agree, I agree. Est-ce que tu connais c'est quoi la différence entre les États-Unis et le Canada? Because I just came back from the state and we talked about credit. That's really crazy because justement, toutes les conversations qu'on est en train d'avoir, je les ai eues pendant mon week-end. Puis apparently, from what I heard, aux États-Unis, c'est plus facile d'avoir un crédit qu'au Canada. So, vu que toi, tu es dans le domaine, est-ce que tu peux nous éclairer un petit peu plus? Est-ce que c'est vrai qu'aux États-Unis, c'est plus facile d'avoir un crédit qu'au Canada? I'm from Montreal, so I know that ici, ils ne donnent pas vraiment le crédit facilement. Donc, est-ce que tu peux nous dire un petit peu la différence?
Oui, parce que moi, j'ai vécu
20
ans de ma vie, so je connais très bien ça. So, comme moi, je suis devenu 18 ans, j'étais aux États-Unis. So je sais c'est quoi le système. Oui, c'est facile d'avoir des cartes de crédit. Ben, c'est parce que it's a trap. It's a trap. I'm giving you something for you to spend. I know economic times are hard. I know that you're going to spend, and there's a good chance you're not going to be able to pay me back on time. Banks make all of their money off interest. That's where they make their money. So they need you to be late on payments. They need you to not pay off your cards. So because there's so many people in the United States, and a lot of people are in desperation, if you're having problems paying your bills and I just in the mail pop up with $500, I've made your day, right? So what are you going to do with that $500? You're not thinking, how do I use it smartly? You're just like, I got to pay this stuff off and I'll deal with it later. And then later when something else comes up, you're stuck in a situation where like, oh, well, that's not important, I'll leave it. Until it's too late.
Okay. J'aime beaucoup les insights que tu donnes, Clark. And so, tu te considères comme un homme d'affaires, un entrepreneur, un businessman. Dis-nous comment parce que, comme tu as expliqué au début, tu as travaillé pour plusieurs compagnies. Tu as quand même fait le tour en ce qui concerne le marché du travail. Now, you're starting to be on your own and building for yourself. Alors, j'aimerais que tu nous dises comment tu trouves la vie d'entrepreneur, quels sont les avantages et les désavantages de la vie d'entrepreneur, surtout que maintenant, tu commences vraiment à be on your own and build your empire.
Absolument. Oui, je peux dire que l'affaire le plus difficile quand on fait la transition entre être employé et être boss, c'est vraiment de briser l'habitude d'attendre pour notre paye à chaque 2 semaines. Biggest thing. Il n'y a personne qui va déposer de l'argent dans ton compte chaque 2 semaines. C'est à toi de hustle pour ton argent. So, c'est ça qui est difficile. Ça, c'est l'avantage d'être employé. Tu as payant, tu as les benefits, tu as tout ça. Les désavantages d'être employé, you have no time for yourself. So, when you're an employee, you're working on somebody else's clock. And what changed it for me is probably about 2 years ago when I was making a great job, 6-figure salary, traveling everywhere. I was having a blast. And then one day I unfortunately received an email that wasn't meant for me. And that email showed the real numbers of what the company was making. And I said, you're paying me this, but my performance is bringing you this. And I said, no more. I said, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to work for myself. But I wanted to have a business that's going to be connected to the community. I could just make money. It's not difficult to do. But I wanted something that's going to be giving back and it's going to bring me that self-satisfaction. And obviously with my daughter now and my wife and the family, I wanted to be home more. So advantages of being an entrepreneur is I have that life balance. I make my own schedule. Disadvantage of being an entrepreneur is you don't grind, you don't eat, right? So there's no days off. I don't get holidays. I don't get vacations. When I'm traveling, yes, people see me travel a lot, but I'm working while I'm traveling. You know, and my wife, she's an entrepreneur too. So we both own a home, we travel, and we have to work for our money. So it's a grind, but the satisfaction that comes with it of knowing that I get up on my schedule, and if I want to get up at 6 a.m. and work, I get up at 6 a.m. and work. You know, I get to come on shows like this, I get to do interviews, I get to do seminars, boot camps, things where I can watch teenagers and interact with them in a way where something is going to click. And maybe when they turn 18 and they're like, oh, I'm going to get this credit card, they're going to say, what Clark had said really is affecting me now. Let me do this the right way.
Et selon toi, quelle qualité, une qualité que tu penses que c'est important if you want to be an entrepreneur?
Discipline.
Discipline.
100%. Discipline. You might get one good deal that gives you a big amount of money and think, oh, I'm just going to relax and I'll find another deal. You will fail. You will fail. You must always be grinding. No money is ever going to be enough. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're in it just for the money, you're not doing the right thing. Make it be something you're passionate about, because then you're not working. All you're doing is enjoying yourself, and if you're doing something you enjoy while making money, the money just becomes an extra.
Yeah, I totally agree. You say that you are here, one of your number one goal purpose is to help the community. We are black, and moi j'invite tout le monde dans mon show. But obviously, as you can see, most of the people that I had on my show are black. Et je trouve que on est un peuple, une communauté qui vient vraiment de loin. And I feel like our generation, la nouvelle génération, on essaie vraiment de grandir et justement de ne pas répéter les mêmes erreurs que nos parents ont fait. So one of my questions that I really wanted to ask, what kind of action the black community should do or pose to help each other build generation wealth? On voit les Italiens, les Chinois, les Asiatiques du Sud, non, quand je parle des Asiatiques du Sud, les Indiens, eux, c'est des gens qui sont vraiment soudés, qui arrivent dans des pays qui ne sont pas les leurs et qui se mettent en équipe pour que, admettons, chaque personne a une maison ou que, OK, on se met en équipe pour ouvrir un business. And let's be honest, we don't really see this with black people. And quand on parle de generation wealth, it's for my opinion, it cannot be for only one family, but for all of us. So, d'après toi, quel genre d'action que la communauté noire devrait poser en somme pour aider chacun d'entre nous à justement à bâtir des generation wealth?
We have to change the narrative. That's it. We have to stop making it cool to invest in depreciative assets. I don't care about your Jordans. I don't care about your Mercedes. I don't care about what brand your clothes is. I don't care. If I'm in a barbershop and you walk in and you're wearing a white t-shirt and Walmart sweatpants, I'm not going to judge you. I don't care what you're showing me. But if you can sit and have a conversation with me, and I can say, hey, you know what? When the next paycheck comes in, what you going to do? What's your plan? Oh, I'm going to go to the club and pop bottles and da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. And what's that going to bring you? An hour or two of satisfaction, a hangover the next day. You lose half the day because you're not productive. I can name a list of negatives from it. How many positive can you name from it? Having a good time?
Yeah, that's it.
What if I told you a better time is you saying, I'm going to save up this money. I'm going to have a home where I can invite my friends and family. And we can do the same thing at home, going to the SAQ and buying a $40 bottle and enjoy it without a hangover, without a risk of a DUI, and without anything else. And no one is going to be there judging. We're just there to be amongst ourselves. So what can we do to make a change? It starts with our day-to-day. Let's make it cool to show positivity in things that matter. Let's stop spending money to make other people rich.
Clark a dit, we gotta change the narrative. Moi, je vais ajouter avec change the narrative, c'est un renouvellement de la manière dont on pense, renouvellement de la manière dont on réfléchit. And it's really good that I had you right after my little trip, parce que justement, j'ai assisté à la 7e édition de la conférence de Tiffany Montgomery, Million Conference, and it was specifically for Christian entrepreneurs, mais it was blow-minded parce que j'ai rencontré des millionnaires, des gens qui avaient vraiment de l'argent, et c'était tous des black people. Et puis, ça montre vraiment que on peut arriver à ce stade-là. Donc, si mon frère ou ma soeur a été capable d'arriver à là, qu'est-ce qui te dit que toi, tu ne peux pas arriver? Et puis, c'est quelque chose que toutes les panélistes ont répété, le renouvellement de la manière de penser. On est un peuple justement qui a été colonisé et c'est vrai qu'on nous a choisi dans une manière de penser justement pour pas qu'on réussisse, mais maintenant on vit dans une époque où c'est le temps de briser ça et de changer la manière de penser. Et une fois qu'on va changer notre manière de penser, c'est là qu'on va commencer à avancer. C'est pour ça que je trouve que qu'est-ce que tu viens de dire, c'est vraiment important. Donc, je pense que ça, c'est un point qu'on va se rappeler dans l'épisode, c'est vraiment de changer sa manière de penser. Une fois que tu changes ta manière de penser, que tu trouves un coach, que tu te mets en association avec quelqu'un comme Clark ou d'autres personnes, des mentors, qui sont en mesure de t'apprendre ce que toi, tu ne connais pas. Parce que c'est des choses que, comme moi, je vois autour de moi dans notre communauté, on n'est pas capable d'accepter les critiques constructives. When someone comes to tell, oh, maybe you should do this with your business, or don't tell me how to manage my business. Mais c'est des points que j'ai appris justement en dernier week-end. You need to be open to what other people are telling you or giving you. Donc, le renouvellement de la manière de penser et écouter ce que les autres ont à dire. Et une fois que tu écoutes ce que les autres ont à dire, tu verras qu'effectivement, j'étais là et 6 mois après, j'étais là parce que j'ai écouté le podcast de Cléa avec Clark et j'ai pris des notes et so, je trouve que tu as donné des points vraiment importants. Avant qu'on termine, j'aimerais que tu nous dises qu'est-ce qu'il y a à venir, quel projet qu'il y a à venir concernant your business, où on peut te voir, si on veut te consulter, comment on fait pour te consulter, like what's in store for the next few months for Clark Cadet.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot of things on the plate, but everything will be executed properly. Friday I'll be on CKUT with doing an episode there live on the radio. Next Friday on my Instagram, Clark the Financial Coach, I'll be doing a live session there, which is called Cash is Power, but Money is King. This is a great opportunity for people to tune into the live. You'll be able to ask questions, but I'm really going to give you gems. I'm going to give you pointers and things that in your everyday to day. We all know what it's like to go to a grocery store right now. It hurts, okay?
It's expensive.
It hurts.
I'm a family of 4 people. My bank account every 2 weeks is like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm spending this money just for food.
There you go.
Yeah.
So in one of my programs, what I do, and actually all of my programs, but we discuss how to utilize points cards at grocery stores, how to make those bills get lower. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that next Friday. So I hope everyone tunes in because it's gems. It's little things that you can be like, oh my goodness, this is saving me money. And it's absolutely free. Ways to reach me, obviously, like I said, my Instagram, Clark the Financial Coach, CLARCK, the Financial Coach, and my website, www.clarkcadet.com. If anybody wants to consult, you go to the contact form, you fill it out, I'll send you an email, you'll get a schedule link, and then we'll go from there. It's worth it. Honestly, the amount of money that we're spending on things that don't make any sense, have a conversation with me. That's all. And you have nothing to lose from that. Have a conversation, and if you don't want to pick a program that fits your needs, or if there's not a program that fits your needs yet, I'm always giving out gems. I'm going to lead you in the right direction no matter what, because like I said, from the community, for the community, and you really want to be able to know that the person you're talking to doesn't work for a big corporation. There's somebody that literally went through these steps, and they want to help you avoid all the issues that I went through, avoid the mistakes, to be able to get the benefits.
Yeah, good stuff. Donc, j'encourage fortement à tous ceux qui ont pris la chance ou qui auront la chance de regarder cet épisode. Si justement tu veux commencer un business et puis you need to borrow some money, he's the guy. And if you if you're a young person and you don't have any credit card yet, but you want to apply for a credit card, I think it should be a very good thing to go find those kind of people that can give you insight, help you before applying for a new credit card. Because comme on a dit, ces personnes-là, ils s'en foutent de nous, ok? Ils veulent juste nous garder dans une prison. Donc, avant même de apply, if you're 18 and you feel like you want to apply for a credit card, j'ai la personne pour vous. Toutes ces informations sont en bas. Donc, c'est ça, je vous encourage à vraiment aller voir, cliquer sur la page de Claire pour voir qu'est-ce qu'il fait. Et comme on a dit, même si ce n'est pas nécessairement qu'on prend les services, mais juste une petite conversation qui pourrait te guider et te positionner, c'est toujours bon. Encore une fois, I'm your host Cléa et on se revoit dans 2 semaines. J'espère que vous avez aimé l'épisode. C'était court, but I feel like we gave really good insight. Clark, c'est quelqu'un qui aime parler. As you can see, he was really comfortable with the subject. So je pense qu'il a vraiment donné des bons points. Ceux qui n'ont pas encore regardé live, je vous encourage à regarder la rediffusion. On est toujours là. Donc, on se voit dans 2 semaines. Merci beaucoup à ceux qui nous regardent. Merci, Clark. C'était bon.
Merci.
C'était vraiment bon.
Yeah.
Yeah. C'était combien de minutes?